The story begins in the vibrant and magical city of New Orleans, a place where music fills the air, the food is rich and flavorful, and dreams are born and nurtured. This is the home of a young girl named Tiana, a bright, determined, and hard-working girl who has always believed in the power of dreams and the importance of hard work. Tiana lives with her loving parents, James and Eudora, in a small but cozy house filled with warmth, laughter, and the intoxicating aroma of her father's famous gumbo. James works tirelessly at a local factory, but his true passion lies in cooking, and he has always dreamed of opening his own restaurant. A place where people from all walks of life could come together and enjoy the food that he loves so much. Tiana shares her father's dream, and she spends countless hours in the kitchen with him, learning his recipes, perfecting her skills, and absorbing his wisdom about life, love, and the importance of never giving up on your dreams. Tiana's mother, Eudora, is a skilled seamstress who works for the wealthy LaBeouf family, making beautiful dresses for Charlotte, the family's bubbly and somewhat spoiled daughter. Eudora is a kind and wise woman who believes in the power of love and family, and she tries to instill these values in her daughter. Even as Tiana becomes increasingly focused on her professional goals, Eudora worries that Tiana works too hard and forgets to enjoy life, but she also understands her daughter's drive and ambition. She knows that Tiana is determined to make her father's dream a reality, and she supports her every step of the way. One evening, as Tiana and her father are enjoying a dinner of his famous gumbo, James tells Tiana a story about a lucky star, the evening star, which is said to grant wishes to those who believe in its power. Tiana is skeptical, but her father encourages her to believe in her dreams and to work hard to make them come true. He tells her, "That old star can only take you part of the way. You got to help it along with some hard work of your own." It is a lesson that Tiana will carry with her for the rest of her life, a guiding principle that will shape her destiny. He also makes her promise to never lose sight of what is truly important, a promise that will be tested in ways she never imagined. Years pass, and Tiana grows into a young woman. She works 2 jobs as a waitress and a cook, tirelessly saving every penny she earns to make her dream of owning a restaurant a reality. She is determined, focused, and relentless in her pursuit of success, even as her friends and co-workers urge her to relax and enjoy life. Tiana is so close to achieving her goal, and she refuses to let anything distract her from her purpose. She has her sights set on a dilapidated old sugar mill that she plans to transform into the restaurant of her dreams, a place where she can share her father's recipes and create a legacy of love, community, and good food. Tiana's childhood friend, Charlotte LaBeouf, is a wealthy and somewhat airheaded young woman who is obsessed with fairy tales and finding her prince charming. Charlotte is kind-hearted and loyal, but she is also a bit naive and sheltered from the realities of the world. She is thrilled when she learns that Prince Naveen of Maldonia, a charming and handsome prince, is coming to New Orleans for the Mardi Gras festivities. Charlotte is determined to catch his eye and win his heart, and she enlists Tiana's help in preparing a lavish masquerade ball at her family's mansion. Charlotte believes that if she can just get Prince Naveen to taste Tiana's famous bagnuts, she will win him over and live happily ever after. Tiana reluctantly agrees to help Charlotte, seeing it as an opportunity to earn some much-needed money for her restaurant. She is skeptical about Charlotte's fairy tale dreams, but she understands her friend's desire for love and happiness. Tiana is also excited about the prospect of meeting the real estate agents, Mr. Fenner and Mr. Fenner, who have the deed to the sugar mill. She sees the ball as the perfect opportunity to sign the papers and finally make her dream a reality. Tiana is convinced that this is the night her life will change forever, and she is determined to make it happen. Meanwhile, Prince Naveen is enjoying the sights and sounds of New Orleans, much to the chagrin of his uptight valet, Lawrence. Naveen is a fun-loving, carefree prince who has been cut off from his family's fortune because he refuses to settle down and marry a wealthy woman. He is desperate to find a rich bride to restore his financial standing, and he sees Charlotte as the perfect candidate. But when he encounters the Shadow Man, a mysterious and charismatic voodoo practitioner named Dr. Facilier, his life takes a dark and unexpected turn. Dr. Facilier offers Naveen a deal. He will help Naveen find the money he needs in exchange for a small favor. Naveen, desperate and naive, agrees to the deal, unaware of the true cost of the Shadow Man's magic. Dr. Facilier, also known as the Shadow Man, is a master of voodoo and dark magic, who has made deals with the friends on the other side, powerful and malevolent spirits who grant him power in exchange for souls. He sees Naveen as an opportunity to gain access to the LaBeouf fortune, and he devises a plan to use the prince to achieve his goals. He transforms Naveen into a frog, a humiliating and terrifying experience for the proud prince, and then creates a voodoo mask that transforms Lawrence into a convincing copy of Naveen. The plan is for Lawrence, disguised as Naveen, to marry Charlotte, while the real Naveen remains a frog, trapped and powerless. When Tiana arrives at the LaBeouf mansion, she is devastated to learn that she has been outbid on the sugar mill. The real estate agents inform her that someone else has offered the full asking price in cash, and they will only consider her offer if she can match it by the end of Mardi Gras. Tiana is heartbroken and furious. She has worked so hard for so long, and now her dream seems to be slipping away. She feels defeated and hopeless, and she retreats to the balcony to compose herself. It is there that she encounters the frog Naveen, who begs her for a kiss to break the spell. Tiana is horrified and refuses, but Naveen is persistent, promising her a reward if she helps him. Desperate and believing that his promise of money could save her restaurant, Tiana reluctantly agrees to kiss him, hoping that his reward will be the answer to her problems. But the kiss does not go as planned. Instead of turning Naveen back into a prince, the magic transforms Tiana into a frog as well. Terrified and confused, Tiana and Naveen are now both frogs, trapped in the bayou and at the mercy of the wilderness. They are chased by a dog named Stella, who is actually Charlotte's beloved pet, and they barely escape with their lives. They realize that they are now both frogs, and that the only way to break the spell is to find the Shadow Man and get him to reverse the magic. But they are lost, alone, and completely out of their element. As they travel through the bayou, Tiana and Naveen are forced to work together and learn to trust each other. They encounter a friendly alligator named Louie, who dreams of becoming a jazz musician and is desperate to be human so he can play with the big boys. Louie joins them on their journey, hoping that Mama Odie, the voodoo queen of the bayou, can help him achieve his dream. They also meet a Cajun firefly named Ray, who is hopelessly in love with the evening star, whom he calls Evangeline. Ray is kind, wise, and optimistic, and he becomes a loyal friend and guide to the trio. Ray tells them that Mama Odie is the only one who can help them, and he leads them through the treacherous bayou to find her. The journey is filled with danger, including encounters with hunters, snakes, and other perils. But the group also learns valuable lessons about friendship, courage, and the importance of looking beyond appearances. They discover that Naveen is not the selfish, arrogant prince he appears to be, but a kind and generous soul who has been trapped by his own past choices. They learn that Tiana's relentless pursuit of her dream has blinded her to the beauty of the present moment and the importance of love and connection. They learn that Louis's desire to be human is not about the physical form, but about the acceptance and belonging he craves. And they learn that Ray's love for Evangeline, though seemingly impossible, is a testament to the power of hope and faith. When they finally find Mama Odie, the blind voodoo queen, she is not what they expected. She is a chaotic, eccentric, and somewhat intimidating figure who lives in a boat in a tree in the middle of the bayou. Mama Odie uses her magic to see into their hearts and reveal the truth they have been hiding from themselves. She sings a powerful song about digging a little deeper, finding out who you really are, and discovering what you truly need. She tells them that they have been so focused on what they want that they have been blind to what they actually need. She reveals that the key to breaking the spell is not finding a princess to kiss Naveen, but rather for Tiana to dig deeper and discover the real reason she wants the restaurant. She tells Naveen that being rich is not the same as being happy, and that he must learn to be self-sufficient. She tells Louis that he already has everything he needs inside himself. She tells Ray that his love for Evangeline is a beautiful, powerful force that will guide him home. And she tells Tiana that she is her daddy's daughter, and that she has the strength and the love inside her to find her way. Mama Odie reveals that the only way to break the spell is for Naveen to marry a princess. Charlotte, as the daughter of the king of the Mardi Gras parade, is considered a princess, and she can break the spell by kissing Naveen before midnight on Mardi Gras. Tiana is heartbroken, as she has come to realize that she has fallen in love with Naveen, and she cannot bear the thought of losing him. But she is also determined to help him, even if it means sacrificing her own happiness. She believes that Naveen's happiness is more important than her own, and she agrees to help him find Charlotte. Naveen, however, has also fallen in love with Tiana, and he realizes that he cannot go through with marrying Charlotte. He wants to marry Tiana, and he is willing to give up his royal title and his fortune to be with her. He tells Tiana that he loves her, and that she is the only one he wants to be with. But Tiana is torn. She still wants her restaurant, and she believes that the only way to get it is to secure the money that Naveen would receive from marrying Charlotte. She pushes Naveen away, convincing herself that her dream is more important than love. As the clock ticks toward midnight, the group races back to New Orleans to stop Lawrence and the Shadow Man. They find Lawrence at the wedding ceremony, about to marry Charlotte. The real Naveen arrives, and the two princes confront each other. Lawrence reveals his true identity, and the Shadow Man appears to claim his prize. The Shadow Man tries to bargain with Tiana, offering her the deed to the sugar mill in exchange for the talisman that contains Naveen's blood. Tiana is tempted, but she remembers her father's words, and she realizes that she cannot sacrifice Naveen's freedom for her own ambition. She refuses the Shadow Man's offer, and she and Naveen work together to defeat him. They throw the talisman into the hands of the Shadow Man's friends on the other side, who drag him into the underworld, never to return. The Shadow Man is defeated, and Lawrence is arrested. Charlotte is shocked and confused, but she is also relieved. She realizes that she never really loved Naveen, and she is happy to see him with Tiana. But the spell is not broken. Naveen is still a frog, and Tiana is still a frog, and they are running out of time. As the clock strikes midnight, Naveen and Tiana share a kiss, and the spell is broken. But it is not a princess's kiss that breaks the spell. It is a kiss of true love. Because Tiana has realized that she is a princess in her own right, not because of her title, but because of her heart. She is a princess because she is brave, kind, and loyal. And because she is willing to sacrifice everything for the one she loves. And because she is willing to love, she becomes a true princess, and the spell is broken. Naveen and Tiana are transformed back into their human forms, and they embrace, finally free to be together. Naveen proposes to Tiana, and she accepts. They get married, and they open their restaurant, which they name Tiana's Place, in honor of her father's dream and her own hard work. The restaurant is a success, and it becomes a beloved gathering place for people from all walks of life, just as James had always dreamed. Tiana and Naveen are happy, living a life of love, adventure, and good food. They have learned that true happiness comes not from money or titles, but from love, family, and the courage to follow your heart. The story ends with Tiana and Naveen dancing together, surrounded by their friends and family, in the restaurant that they built together. The music is playing, the gumbo is simmering, and the love is flowing. Tiana looks at Naveen and smiles, knowing that she has found her Prince Charming, not because he is a prince, but because he is a good man who loves her unconditionally. And Naveen looks at Tiana and smiles, knowing that he has found the one person who makes him want to be a better man. They are happy, they are together, and they are living there happily ever after.